It's your boy. Jumping a little early. You guys a little quick live that I was supposed to give my supers. But they had me shut out of the supers, so I wasn't able to do this. But now I'm back in, and I want to make sure that I get to shout out my supers. It's good, everybody. Hope you caught the new episode. It's getting good reviews. It's a couple milestones for my YouTube channel. I also wanted to thank everybody, my supporters especially. 2,500 viewers turned into great supporters. So 2,500 supporters subscribed. We did it since April. We know we probably could have did double that number with all the hate out there. Hell, holds a lot of people back, gets a lot of people questioning the stories, but you know me, I'm going to keep telling them. Nothing can stop me, and I'm so grateful to my supporters to get to 2,500. Just as you got me to 3 million views in total on Vlad, I know you're going to get me to 10,000 without no problem, and I'll keep bringing you the content. I try to do something 3-4 times a week, but you know, the remarks. If I'm up late at night smoking a cigar in my backyard, I'm high. If I get up in the morning and I make a video and I'm groggy, I'm high. So, no, I don't listen to the nonsense. I don't pay attention to it. But I'm not going to shut my comments off because I'm not that guy. So, when 90% of the comments are false and lies, it doesn't make it easy to put out that much content all week long when I got to deal with the nonsense with YouTube. If everybody would just act like adults, then that would be good. Like I told you, I don't care about the rat statements. I'm on YouTube telling stories about things that have happened. That's a rat move. So I don't care about paperwork, about nonsense. You listen to the guys that put up phony nonsense. And that's why I don't think they realize that I'm in a true crime genre, not whatever genre there. How's it going, mate? All right, listen, I wanted to give it, this show was mainly for me to shout out the supers. D, I appreciate you, big supporter, twice, love the content. I'm glad you loved it. I'm glad that you love the content. Thank you. Maybe I can find out who you are one day. Snapple John. Shout out from Whitestone. Whitestone's in the building. Bravo. Love you guys. Metropolis. Always hold a special place in my heart in Whitestone. Isaac Fernandez. What can you tell me about Jackie the Nose? Jackie the Nose was probably very weird. How many times he was a boss and not a boss, an acting boss. He got caught saying that the Carrazos pushed him out front to be the head of the family, the face of the family, while they made all the money. So there's a few stories we could do about Jackie. If you jump in YouTube and ask me certain stories, if you know, I can definitely elaborate on a few of the Jackie the Nose stories. Michael Smith, being made after 2010. Ask me what you want to know. It's an embarrassment and a mockery. Mark, no comment. but I appreciate you jumping in here on the super chat. Michael Smith again. You know anything about Anthony Romando? I know he's a U.S. vet, and that's all. Nobody in my neighborhood, nobody in any of the crews I ran with knew him, knew of him, or his story. So, pretty much if I didn't hear about you, anybody I knew didn't hear about you, I don't know what you were doing. Supposedly was a made guy. That's just talk. I don't know that to be true. Arthur, let's get it cracking, Rudy. Appreciate you. Carmine, my man. I'm going to respond to Marbox Exposed saying you've been accused of... Marbox Exposed accused me of what? Carmine, are you insane? I don't even watch stuff like that, but I definitely will be addressing him personally if there's a video out there saying some dumb shit like that. Lisa, I've been trying to thank you. I haven't been able to reach out to you. I haven't caught you on here. Say, well, my friend, watch a few of the videos of yours on point and growing. Content is great. All you need is you to shine. Evolve. Appreciate you, Lisa. Zero. Ron, if you were to have it, I think you would prefer a F you than a shout out. That juicy accent fits on the words like it's of a trigger. I hear you. Lisa again. Yes, very glad to see you do. Yes, I'm glad that you're finally on YouTube and IG. Michael Smith, how do you feel about Lee Cole and A-Light being cool? I don't know the situation. I did hear that they were doing a show together. I don't know if it was done yet. So I don't know. I don't know the situation. Went hard against me, huh? Wow. Luigi, much respect from up here in Montreal, Canada, brother. I respect you doing your own thing. Other channels just yapping. What else is new? Tommy, who do you think is the strongest mafia family and why? I know everybody always says the Genovese. I don't. Bananas are getting really strong with the Sicilians and then Negrata joining and a lot of help coming from Canada. So it's hard to say right now, but it's definitely not the Genovese family. Don Jacobs, you know anyone from, I think we did this one already, Cleveland area, of course, South Maggio, these are the old ones. I just wanted to address the super chats. I wanted to thank you guys. It was very kind and thoughtful of you. Definitely didn't ask for it, but it's appreciated. Didn't even know about it till you guys started doing it. Second-rate shortstop. I guess you do want to wait. You must know me because you know how I feel about softball and you know how I feel about playing shortstop. Yeah. So you knew about the teams and the leagues I put together. So 2,500 guys, we made it. We made it in no time, and I got all you guys to thank. And you know we got the haters to thank too. I don't know Marbox Exposed is the first one we've saying the guy's name. I don't know why I would be on his lips or on his mouth unless he's somebody I know, because I heard that he isn't showing his face or saying his name, and then it's just jealousy. But if you make a statement like that, people are going to come to find you. That's a bad statement to put on somebody, and you're gonna have to answer for that. That I could tell you. But my haters, I got the best haters in the world. And you guys keep talking about Mallrats Exposed and all this other things. I really don't touch on this subject because it's not my genre, so I don't even know why. I guess he's got nobody to write about. Then he should be writing about these young kids on the video that I got to watch in full, where they're chasing Gene Burlow. No, there was probably 10 of them or more, and they surrounded the car. You just need to see the full video. And he got out of the car to go to a birthday party, and they ran from him, and he wasn't even chasing them. he kind of like speed walked about 3 or 4 cars, and then like had half the block yelling at him with these kids that they are grown, they're not kids, they're all over 18. And then these kids and family members and friends are calling up parole, calling up the U.S. attorney, saying he had a weapon, saying he had a knife. This guy was probably cutting his little brother's birthday cake, which he was there for, and they said that he had a knife in his hand. Even if he did, these are the guys you want to put on these rats exposed. That's a rat move. You got 10 kids that run from one guy, and then they go and report him that he had a knife, that they call parole. They send videos to probation. They call the U.S. Attorney's Office. They call the FBI. I know. I'm not even part of that genre, and they call the FBI on me constantly, call the U.S. Attorney's Office. I don't even know how to get the phone numbers, but they do. They constantly try to put a case or an investigation on me. And what they doing to him on home confinement, and I've seen the video now with at least 10 kids running from him on a problem that he didn't cause. They ran out of their own neighborhood, and then they wanted to go tell on him that he had a knife that was getting out of a car. That's a rat move. I mean, you just want to expose rats. Watching this video alone shows you. And then the reports come out. How did the reports come out? He ain't reporting that he had a birthday knife or if he had a knife. They're reporting a knife. 10 kids against one, and they're reporting he had a weapon. It's a rat. These kids are lowlifes. They're scumbags. You gotta quit it with this nonsense. Get off the genre. Go into the street genre and listen to the real stories. Guys are telling you this stuff. But listen, there's a few guys that give you the solid stuff in the mob genre, and then you have, these other guys that are on the opposite side that want to expose. Expose what? We already know. Anybody on here talking, you don't need a show or a channel dedicated to them are no good. You don't talk about your past crimes if you're part of that life. Everybody on here is no longer part of the street life. No one's claiming to be part of the street life. So it's all ratting. So all these shows that you just want to watch after watching the good content, and you go watch these guys who never did a thing in their life, never they couldn't even crack an egg to make an omelet, are on there exposing rats when people are already letting you know that's what they did. It makes no sense to even, and they say that the stuff is funny. No. Go watch Laurel and Hardy. Go watch, what do they meet the mummy, Abbott and Costello. Funny. That's funny. These guys are listening to this nonsense for no reason. Exposing what? These guys can put out 1,000 pieces of paperwork and it won't mean nothing. It can't change who I was, who other people were, what we did in the streets, what we did for the streets. You just can't change it. You want to in your hearts. And you morons that are behind these fake websites are upset and mad because you didn't have the balls at the time to be in the streets to do what we were doing. And that upsets you even more. And then you want to say, well, they were really nobodies because they're rats now. No. We were really somebodies because we decided to change our lives and do better with what we learned. Stop following the nonsense. My supporters, again, we love you guys. We made it to 2,500. Forget about 5,000. Let's go right for 10. And let's touch everybody with great content, with teachable moments, with helping anybody that we can with these stories. And let's make sure we call the right people rats, if we're going to use that word. And like I said, jump off. You're posting things that are some really bad things to say about people. This rat stuff, this other nonsense, that's fine. But when you start saying things like that about women or children getting hurt, and you're talking out of your ass, you got to answer for that. So whoever you are, Mallrats Exposed, you're going to have to be exposed. Because you're going to have to answer for making statements like that about somebody. And then these other kids that are turning around and sending cops and FBI and notes to probation to get a guy who's on home confinement, violated for no reason, that's a rat move. You just got to recognize that. These kids are punks. These kids are weak. I tell you this every day. I walk around with my hoodie merch. They see me. They know where I am. I don't hide. You think I'm worried about these YouTubers? I tell you this all the time. The real beef's out there. But now, what you guys just put up and told me what he said about me, and if someone's pulling his strings to try to, because everybody's trying a different route with me. They can't find one. They just keep trying, if it's this, if it's paper, if it's drugs, if it's this, if it's that. None of it works. There's no paperwork. There's no drug addict. There's no nothing. I'm not against some of those things, but there's none of that on me. There's never been anything in my life. Paperwork to drugs to anything. So it's all bullshit. And I'm coming on here to tell you is that start looking at who the real guys are that are rats. Mob Rats Exposed. If you guys watch a show like that, and you just know who I am, you know me from the streets, and you know what my charges are, and you see a guy like that write something like that, that's crossing a line that doesn't get crossed in any genre. You should never have respect enough. And now, he's on my radar. So that was stupid of him, because I don't fall in his category. That is somebody that's like the bottom of your shoe. Another Skell to go with the other Skell in Bristol. Now there's two Skells together. But that's not going to get me down today. Today's a great day. Broke 2,500. Wanted to thank my supers. I'll get to all you guys, all your questions. I will answer them. Get on, check out the new episode. If you haven't checked out my sit down with Ahmad Violi, go check that out. Great show. I know you probably don't like it because it's too long. We didn't cut it up into pieces because that's his show. It came out amazing. If he's got time watching in pieces, go follow him. He's an amazing kid, right out of college, trains with the MMA. His boys, he's got his friend's a great guy. Another guy that he just met right out of college, boxing now. One's in real estate, other one's in media. Two great guys. Shout out to them. Go watch the episode. Go watch my new episode today. I think you guys will love it. Some real street shit. And thanks again. I'm glad everybody tuned in. And I'll get to all your questions. Stay safe. Stay up. Jindan.